Hi everyone, it's Kate from The Fold Line. I am back this week with the edit. This is our weekly roundup of new sewing patterns. I hope you're well, have had a nice week. Right, before I get going, I did mention this in my last video, but I'm just going to mention it again, that as of the beginning of December, we are going to be doing a really amazing, we've never done it before, it's called the 12 Days of Christmas, and we're doing 12 days of sort of gifting. So I will pop a link down below if you are interested, but you will need to be on our newsletter. But we will be giving, there's going to be some free patterns from really amazing designers that we're giving away, presents that go in parcels. It's just going to be, I think it's going to be quite fun. So if you are up for it and you're not on our newsletter, if you're on our normal newsletter, that's totally fine, don't need to do anything. But if you are, if you aren't yet, sign up, because it's going to be so good. We were talking about it this week, we can't quite believe there's some of the things that we've got to give away. So come join the fun, the festive fun. Right, I'm going to get started. We've got some really good stuff this week. So first things first, Talco magazine. I'm sure many of you own one and have seen them about. They're a magazine that come out every quarter. They have now started to release their patterns as PDFs. So, and we've got a kind of the first batch on the site now. So they are patterns that were included in some of the magazines. We've got 5 patterns which are on the site, so you can buy them individually. There's going to be more, but this is the first little batch. So there's 5 of them. We've got a jumpsuit, a dress, a shirt, we've got 2 jumpsuits, and a really gorgeous sort of cozy coat. So sizing on all of these is really great. So we've got the sizing UK 6 to 32 across all of their patterns. This kind of cape thing is really cool. So it's got a sort of asymmetric hem on it. It's really simple to make. It will be either you can quilt the fabric yourself or you could buy something pre-quilted and it'd be super fast. But you can see from the seam lines, it's actually super simple. It would not take you very long, and such a nice thing that you can throw over everything else. I love the idea of actually having one of these for the house, so that when you are watching TV at home and you are chilly, you can just throw it on. It's like your sort of sofa blanket. Would also actually make a really nice gift to give to someone. So yeah, check out Talco, the new patterns. So they're there now. They'll be coming in whenever obviously I'll be telling you when they're coming in, but they can be on your radar. Itch to Stitch Anders jacket has just been released. This I thought was another quite useful pattern. So Itch to Stitch is really great. I think she does technical stuff well, particularly because she does different bust cut options for her patterns. So sizing on this is a UK 6 to 36. Sizes 6 to 22 have A, B, C, D and double D cups. The sizes up to 36 then have B, C, D and double D cups. So for anyone who has issues with slightly more fitted coats and fitting your boobs in them, her patterns are really fantastic for them. So let's have a look at the line drawing. You can see that there's quite a lot going on with this pattern. So it's got a zip up the middle, it's got 2 zip pockets, it's got really interesting seam lines. So there's quite a lot of things that you can do with this. I think you could play with colour on it, you could have colour blocking so it would look quite sporty. You could make this in anything actually, which I quite like. I like the concept that you can make it in a waterproof fabric, you can make it in a cotton fabric, and I think you could also, if you wanted to have it more as a jumper style, you could probably make it in a sweatshirting as well. So it's quite a useful pattern, and the hood looks really great. I really like that it's got a rise at the bottom, so that means it really will kind of keep your head dry when it starts to rain. It's just a really lovely pattern. So if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go and have a look at it, because that's a good one. So next up we've got a pattern I think is really useful actually. It's a petit dom and they're period underwear. And I know I spoke about we got a pattern quite recently, but these are child and teen period pants, which I think is so useful, and it's such a kind of like, let's be honest, when you first, I'm sure everyone remembers when they first got a period, like such a like period of change and stress, and I really love the concept of having some special pants that are made for that week that are also going to add a bit of protection. So sizing for this, ages 10 to 16 years. There are different styles, so I'll show you the pattern. So you can choose from a sort of mid-cut brief or a high-rise brief. There's also a sort of little pair of like boxer shorts as well. I just thought they're really useful, and if you have got someone going through this, I think it'd be really nice to have like a pair of fun pants that you actually look forward to putting on once a month rather than dread putting on once a month. So those are there as well. So next up, we've got a little bit of a Merchant and Mills Appreciation Society department. They have released quite a few patterns. Some of them are free. Perfect things to gift people. They've also just released this amazing rucksack pattern. So it's called the RTR rucksack. You can see that it's got 2 big external pockets on the outside. There are also 3 divider internal pockets as well, which is so useful. I love this because I think it is useful for everyone. It's big enough for you to put a laptop in it if you wanted to. You can also wear it sort of slung over you, almost like a tote bag. I'll show you some pictures so you can see, as well as a rucksack. I just really like the pattern. I think it's useful, perfect if you do want to make a gift for someone. So definitely go and have a look at that because it's great. At the moment it is PDF only. It probably will become paper as well at some point, but obviously with PDF, I mean, it's not too many pieces to stick together, but I would imagine at some point in the next few months it will come out in paper as well. So that is the first one, which is absolutely great. So next up is the batch of really good gifting stuff from Merchant and Mills. Some things are free, some things are at a much lower price point. One of them, actually, let's start with this one, the stocking one in particular. All the proceeds are going to UNICEF, and I just really love them because all of them are quite easy things to make for people for Christmas that aren't going to take that long, and that to me is the key to everything. So there is an apron called the Betty apron, which is a new pattern, one of those lovely apron styles that's got a crossover detail, so you, instead of tying it up around the waist, you literally pull it over your head and you're good to go. Pocket at the front, your kind of standard apron. The lovely stocking pattern, which I just mentioned, I think this is beautiful. I love the shape of it. I love how long and thin it is. It feels more like a proper sock. There are 3 different lengths as well, which is great. There's a tote bag, which I think the proportions of this are so great. Perfect if you're just popping to the shop for a couple of things. I think it would also work really nicely if you made it in leather and had it as a handbag. This one is £6, so it's kind of half the price of a normal pattern. There is a hot water bottle cover, which is so gorgeous, and I think a really lovely present, which is free. There's a drawstring bag as well, so if you don't like a stocking and you prefer a drawstring bag, why is that so hard to say, that is available and free. And then there's the Frankly pocket bag, which is such a cute little, like, perfect thing that you can put your phone in and your card and your keys, like just quite small, that you pop over your top. It's something that I think quite a lot, especially if you've got presents to make for younger members of the family. This feels quite on trend at the moment, so I think it's something that kind of younger people would really like. And to be honest, like, most of us don't need a huge handbag anymore. We've got our phones, which has like you know, most people don't even need a wallet anymore. So that to me is quite a useful pattern as well. So that one is available. There's just a nice little bundle. So I will pop links to everything down below, but go and have a look because there's some nice things as well if you want a free pattern to start making some stuff for other people. So last but not least, we've got 2 patterns from Named. So I did mention before that they have taken some of their really old patterns, taken them off sale, edited them, added a bigger size range and made tweaks and stuff, and now they're re-releasing them. So we've got the teeny cigarette trousers, which were so popular. Everyone went absolutely mad for these. I really like them. So the interesting thing about them, if we have a look, is that they don't have a waistband. So they are literally just zip up to the top. They are designed so that they're pressed, so they've got a pleat, well, like a kind of, like a pair of tailored trousers. So there's a fold down the front, fold down the back, and you can also see that they've got this really lovely little detail at the side, the kind of slight splits in the bottom of the trousers. So they're a really useful item. Pockets as well, and I like at the back that there's 2 different darts to add shaping. So this feels like if you're trying to get fitter trousers, this is like good stuff. So last but not least is the Paola turtleneck tee. This was again another one that was hugely popular, and obviously you can see why. It's like, it was probably the original polo neck pattern for the sewing community, and it's one that I know lots of people have, and it's such a good one. The proportions of it is so good. I love Named clothing patterns. The shape, the block for me personally, it's perfect. Like, I never have to make any alterations, and their instructions are great. I really rate them as I really rate them. So the Paola turtleneck, I should say that both of these are PDF only, sizes UK 6 to 28 on both. Obviously, again, copy shop printing is available if you cannot be bothered to stick all the pieces together. You can make it in a chunkier kind of sweatshirting and have it as a proper jumper. You could make it in a lightweight jersey and it's a layering piece. It's just a useful item, and obviously you can whip it up in a couple of hours. So to me, it feels like a really nice one to have in your wardrobe. So that is it from me this week. I hope that was helpful and you found something nice to sew, and do, like, you know, the Christmas Merchant Mill stuff is so great. So go and have a look at all of those. And yeah, we'll be back soon with another video. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. Bye.